What up, everybody? I see we got our guests here in the back room. We're going to be coming in here in just a second. I hope you all are having a wonderful Sunday afternoon for you. See, we already got Terry and Johnny Bean out there. How you guys doing? Oh, such a nice Sunday evening. Stuff like that. Got Garguts here at a dark room. It's just a black screen. I hope your stuff didn't mess up. There he is. Here I am. My weird camera and stuff. And we have the man of the hour, Mr. Caleb Rapoport.
Guys, can you hear me?
What? Yeah, we hear you.
All good?
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Oh yeah.
Good.
We
How's everybody
don't
doing?
hear Garguts, but we don't hear Garguts. Good. How about you?
I'm saying he was getting my nipples hard for a second. Sorry.
Oh, let's finish the job.
Oh God! Now you're gonna make me milk? Oh God! How you doing,
how's
brother?
everybody doing?
Doing great.
Nice.
Good.
Sunday morning, huh? Or Sunday afternoon for you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
3 o'clock in the afternoon here, Southern California.
Oh,
yeah,
shit!
okay, yeah, you're the same. Yeah, same time as me.
Then it's fucking Saturday. It's Sunday evening for me.
Where you at?
Texas.
Sweet.
Well, Texas. Oh, sweet, because of the goddamn licks you got right here. Fucking, those are Texas sweet right there. I'd say that. Oh. With the little harmony keys. Oh, I don't even know what you call that move. I just know you do the going up and down. You know what I'm saying?
The stuff Van Halen does and stuff.
Nothing.
So.
It's just
I don't even know what you call that, but I remember learning it from like a book or something, like in like 2002. Yeah, that was crazy. So. Oh, nice. Little
cool.
pattern.
Ooh, nice.
Little pattern too. Even
pretty
better.
cool. Look what I'm playing through.
Jesus
nice.
Christ, a fucking rolling
Oh, really?
cube?
Yep.
A micro, what is it? Micro
Yep,
cube.
the microcube.
Yeah. That is fucking dope. God damn. It sounds like, hey, honestly, hey, that means that you spent a lot more money on your guitar to make it sound that great. And
Now,
you can play
is that
it
just
through,
coming through just your
through,
microphone?
through an amp.
No, but
What's that?
and is it just coming like out in the room and through your mic?
Yeah, it's just coming.
Yeah.
This mic's picking it up. It's right behind it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've always gotten a great little sound on this cue. I've had this thing for almost 20 years. It's awesome.
Wow.
And there's still batteries in there. There's like 8 double A's.
Yeah, the oh shit.
And they've been going forever. Like those mystery batteries, like just go forever. You don't know
Yes.
when they're going to shut off. And the thing doesn't even work with the adapter anymore, so it only works on batteries. So I don't,
Okay.
I just go till it quits.
I believe those adapters had like a point.
So
I believe those adapters had like a 25 volt point blah blah blah, like the Boss does, because you can never use a Boss. You have to buy an official Boss adapter when you or the main fucking universal ones. Because when I try to buy a regular adapter, it would have to have that little bit of voltage that just threw it out. You know, it's like
if EVH made something this small, it'd be awesome. Like with a few effects in it. because the little mini ones they have don't have effects in them, and I like just a little delay and a little bit of stuff you can do with them. So,
I mean, speaking of which, if anybody here knows Caleb, they all know you're part of that. Is there, are you gonna like start what do you call it? Just telling them, hey man, you know what? It's time for that. It's time for my my own amp. You know, it's time for me. You know, I want this, I want that, and you know, no. I needed to make me some breakfast in the morning too.
No, I'll be just like, okay, am I still on page 2 of the artist list?
Not page 2. Hey, well, I am so glad that you're part of that, though. That's awesome.
Oh, it's the coolest thing ever, and still, I still go check because it seems like it's not real. So,
well, did you have a good weekend? Are you doing well during the pandemic here?
Yeah, I mean, hasn't really hit me or my circle yet, so that's good. We're all staying away from it so far.
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, shit.
Everyone that I know is being smart, so it's all good.
And it's not affecting too much of your like work lives and something like that, other than Nerd Halen.
Alex, you're real low. Is that me or is that you?
Is it me?
That's better.
Am I really low? Is that better?
You just gotta like kiss your mic or like raise it
my
up.
bad.
All good.
Yeah.
What was
I'm probably low too.
No, you're fine, Gargets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm not low. I'll just move back then. Fuck me. Right?
Yeah, no, is it like affect any of your like your work lives or anything like that other than with like Nerd Halen and stuff?
Yeah, well, Nerd Halen's pretty much completely shut down. So it's just what I keep dropping little videos here and there of past performances or some solo clips I put up from time to time.
Awesome.
But, you know, can't wait for that to come back in some capacity. So I'm hoping for the best. I think, you know, my theory has always been that I think when shows return, it'll be the best shows that, you know, the best of times for live performances. I think people really enjoy those moments a lot more than they would just be like sitting at a regular show. When they're back sitting at a regular show and everything's okay.
Yes.
That feeling is not going to be lost on people. I think they're going to want to do that more than ever. Does that make sense?
I mean, I just been doing live streams over at like our music venue and stuff. We have like a band come in and we'll do like an hour-long live stream of just them on the stage and stuff because we have the equipment for it. And just being able to at least see them on stage again and just play for just an hour, it's just like, this is nice again.
Yeah, I mean, we were getting going, so to have it kind of shut down when we were just about to get to a point where I think things would have gotten really exciting, it kind of just stopped for everybody, not just us. So
no.
But
have you been creating music while during this time?
A few things. You know, we recently put out a video for Santa Claus is Coming to Town. We did that over the holidays, the previous holiday season, but we did it such a late date that we didn't have time to do the video. So we kind of released the song and no one really knew about it. And then this year we had a plan to do a video, and then, you know, the pandemic lasted as long as it has. So then we had to figure out how to do like a green screen video.
Right.
And kind of put us all together. And 3 of us shot at a green screen here in Burbank at separate times. We got in front of it, but we were all at the same location. And then our singer, Hal Sparks, was at his home in Vegas and shot his parts there.
Oh, wow.
And then my brother, who's a kind of a genius with editing and stuff like that on computers, and he basically put it all together, and I directed him, and we co-directed that video. If you want to check it out, it's on the Nerd Halen YouTube. If
I'll definitely have to check that. I believe that should be just right down below. It should be in the description.
I mean, you know, I'm sure if you're sick of hearing Christmas music, you could wait a month or so. But
I'm not gonna lie. I am one of those freaks that actually like Christmas music. A lot of people, for some reason, don't like it, and I'm just like, why? I mean, if you play it, it's fun.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get that.
We have another song that's in the can that we're just trying to shoot a video for, but we can't really. It's really hard to get everybody together at a time like this, and I really don't want the video to reflect the time. I kind of want it to be a non. You can't tell that it's during a pandemic, you know. So
right.
Oh, okay.
That's
You want to
why it's
hide
hard
the
to
fact.
do.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally does.
Well, it would
But
just be like
the song is great, and it's really like professionally recorded, and I just can't wait for people to hear that because I think we did a
right.
great
So,
job.
you don't want the video to be halved when you have such a great song. So
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's just a weird time because of pandemic and shit. Maybe maybe it'll be like one of those videos that it's like goes with the times or something. But you know, say if the music's great, the music is just gonna come together. The music video will come together.
Yep.
now,
Exactly.
Caleb, we usually like to ask a lot, questions, stuff like that. So, when did you get your first guitar?
When did I get my first guitar?
Oh yeah.
Well, my first guitar was an acoustic, but it was a brand new Yamaha. In fact, I still have it. Hang on.
Word? Oh shit!
JJ's House of Jams. What's going
JJ.
on? And I see you, Fiercey, out there.
Fiercey. Oh no, I heard it. And there he goes. And there goes my first guitar. Holy shit! It is the same one I had. It's the same one I fucking. What is that? A 1989, 93, 92.
It's tore up, but you know the action's really terrible, but I kept it.
Okay.
But I had that I played an acoustic for a few months, and it just was hurting so bad, and it wasn't rock and roll, and I kind of just let it go, and maybe was thinking about maybe drums, you know, would be great. I know my parents didn't want me to play drums, so they kind of bought that guitar and said, "Shut up, play that."
Oh wow, this has brought you a guitar, goddamn.
You know, it wasn't rock and roll, and I'd seen the Who around that time. I was just 13, and it's 1982 October. And I kind of went through the holidays just digging the Who and, you know, making fake cutout guitars, stuff like that, and rock guitars, jumping around with them.
Oh yeah.
And then in March of '83, March 18th, 1983, you know, that's how my whole guitar life changed, because I met Edward Van Halen as just a 13-year-old kid, and I sat and hung out with him for like 3 hours, and it was
okay.
him and his brother, and it was
I was gonna say, like, how were you introduced to like music in general and stuff like that, especially Van Halen?
I knew about rock and roll, and I knew he was like the top guitar player in the world, and I knew their music was awesome, and was already getting into their stuff, but I didn't understand what he was doing. Like, who did? When they first hear him play, they don't understand what he's doing. So
yeah, because I believe before him it was just,
or just hearing it.
Yeah, and before him it was just like literally you just play guitar fast as fuck, and then there's shredding.
Well, you know it's incredible, but then you're taking other people's word for it. You know, when they would say who's the best, that'd be like Eddie Van Halen, and everyone knew that. In 1983, Eddie Van Halen was winning all the awards, and it was just a known fact that he was the top guy. And so I was the sit down basically with him, and my whole life changed, because I went home thinking not only did I meet the greatest guitar player in the world, but he was the coolest dude ever. Like, that experience was
right. How'd you get to sit down with him for like 3 hours?
Everyone's heard a lot of stories about their moment with Eddie Van Halen, and it was usually him being very cool and regular and down to earth, and that was the coolest thing about it, was that he would disarm you with like, this isn't just such a crazy awesome moment. I'm just a regular guy, and I'm going to show you that real quick. And he totally made people feel like it was a normal experience as soon as possible. So he did that
No.
with me.
As to why him and Dimebag got along so well together.
Yeah.
Same kind of attitude. I love that.
Right. So, but you know, I went home thinking, you know, oh my God, my new friend Eddie Van Halen, and you know, that wasn't the case. So, but I just chased him for the next several years. Just, you know, that was when they were first starting to record, 1984. So when that album was finally coming out, like I was never so anxious for you know, music to come out. You know, like sleeping outside the record store to get the record and. You know, crazy stuff like that you used to do at that age back then. So,
Alex had a good question though. He said,
how'd you come down to being able to sit down with Eddie for like 3 hours?
Oh well, in Los Angeles, there's a lot of showbiz people, and my father was a screenwriter, and had friends in the business who, you know, were in the film business, television, film, feature films, and one of their good friends was the assistant director for One Day at a Time, which is the show that Valerie Burton.
One Day at a Time,
yes.
no shit.
Yes.
So we would go just as friends of the AD, the assistant director. We go to the taping.
He loves that show.
So
no, I just used to watch it because my fucking mama watch it.
You bring it up all the time on your show.
Okay, no, that's bring out Small Wonder all the time on my show.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
One day at a time, I just start singing.
I kind of snuck away from the bleachers where the regular studio audience sits and went around the back area, and I made quick friends with the kid on the show, Glenn Scarpelli, and then he introduced me to everyone, including the Van Halen brothers, and I basically just sat there behind the set in the green room, which was just behind the set of the show where they shot out front for 3 hours with the Van Halen brothers. You know, they would leave every 10 minutes to go smoke and do whatever, but you know, that's awesome. They never asked me to leave or who's this kid. It was pretty awesome. So
that's awesome. So that really brought out your love for what you're playing now.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you know, when I got into it, which was right away, I realized like I wanted to kind of capture his feel and not so much just his note for note stuff. I wanted to just what inspired like him to play with that feel. And,
yes.
And I figured if like, you know, the search and the journey would be if I could get close to that feel, I think, you know.
Oh yeah.
Was your dad pretty devastated you wanted to follow his steps in Hollywood after that, or you're just like, you're good?
No, he never wanted me to be a screenwriter. So.
I believe every father doesn't want their son to follow in the steps because of the hardships. But I was like, hey,
cool. You know, it was cool. I remember we first moved to California. It was 1978, and he was working at an office on the lot at Warner Brothers, and we went for a walk that day to the commissary, which is where everybody ate.
Wow!
And on the way to on the walk, we passed the just the Wonder Woman set of them shooting right there in the middle. God.
Nice.
And there's
in the middle
Linda
of the town.
Carter, and then there's Linda Carter in her outfit. You know,
I mean,
like that's
I mean, how old were you at that time?
I was like 9 years old.
Wow.
8 or 9, 8 years old. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, wow.
So
that's got to be one heck of childhood.
Did you ever see the episode that they were shooting? And you're just like, hey, I was on set that day.
I think I did actually. I think I remember watching that episode that when it aired. I don't remember what it was now.
Yeah, but as long as you had that fucking like,
but to actually walk by, you know, and just like meet her as she's walking out of her trailer, you know, and it's just surreal, you know, and when she's standing there in her outfit, it's like, what? You know, that's crazy.
Oh no, if she's standing there in her outfit and I was a teenage boy, I'd have been like, I gotta go home now.
Yeah, I wasn't teenage.
Yeah, I gotta take a cold shower right now, like 30 times.
You're thinking, oh my god, it's Wonder Woman. Oh my god.
And she was probably the most.
The lasso of truth will reel me in.
Yeah, like she, you know, a lot of people had her as number one at the time.
Yeah.
Linda Carter, she still is.
Yeah, a lot of people actually.
I still got her as number one.
Of course you do.
So what's up, everybody in the chat? I
We got Fruitcake
I
Tony,
recognize those names.
Yeah, I got to see the chat.
JJ's
right
House
now.
of Jams, Johnny Bean, Charlie S. And we got Fierce Metal
Johnny,
Dante in here.
Charlie, JJ.
I've been saying hi to them in the chat.
Yeah. Fruitcake.
But yeah,
So
no, I've noticed by what your like tone is and like your feel for the Eddie Van Halen stuff. When I've like watched your videos and seen the Nerd Halen stuff, I'm just like, oh, that's the feel of Eddie, not exactly the exact tone. Like, you have the tone of Eddie, but it's like, oh, there's the feel of Eddie, where it's only like and there was that one kid that we saw at NAMM that one year.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
That young guy.
Fuck.
That Michael has a video of.
Yeah.
Who?
The one that
He has the curly frizzy blonde hair.
Josh Jones?
Is it Josh?
Yeah,
he was like 21,
maybe.
probably 22.
23. He's 24 now, yeah.
Yeah, he's a young guy.
Yeah, I'm not in the Josh Jones category for sure. He's got like the dime bag and the
Okay, yeah, both Johnny and JJ said Josh.
Yeah, Zach. He's very Zach too, and
oh yeah,
and he's got
very Zach.
Marty Friedman too. Like he's got a lot of stuff going on there.
That I see. Yes.
He's amazing though. Like, and I know that kid. And he's a good dude. So.
Oh yeah, no, it's
JJ. Joshua Jones.
That was crazy.
Got multiple JJs.
Yeah, he they did a benefit for the Van Halen thing, Eddie thing, like a few months ago, and in Tulsa, and he did a few songs, and one of them was Ice Cream Man, and he started the solo with it behind his head.
Oh,
doing that lick, that 9 fretter, I call it.
The 9 fret lick.
The 9 fretter.
Yeah. So, great.
Do it.
Thank you.
Do it. I was hoping you were gonna do it.
He's like, I can do it in front of me, but
There it is.
I couldn't pick it though. It's just hand.
Now do it with your teeth. No,
No way.
No way. I couldn't believe people would do it with their tongue and shit like that. That's ridiculous. Or not that lick, but some certain.
well, you're not down to get down and dirty with your guitar.
Not that one. That's expensive. I wouldn't even fucking touch that shit without clean hands.
So yeah,
That.
no NAMM. Pretty bummed about that, you guys.
I was gonna say, what were your thoughts on the virtual one this year? If you saw that,
I'm bad. I didn't really get into it. I kind of avoided it.
Same.
I was afraid to be
I
too
saw it for like a
depressed.
day or two. Like I watched a couple of the videos and I'm like, these are just literal YouTube. Like all they were like YouTube videos with a chat on the side of it on their own page. I was like, what is this?
I hope that's not the future for sure.
I hope not either.
I was looking.
There's only certain things I like. There was like certain things that like meeting wise and stuff. It was really nice to be able to like you could hook up with anybody that goes to NAMM. And so I would see like the top guys, the marketing guys and stuff, and you can find them out for each brand.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like you
because he had the contacts and all that shit.
Yeah, so you could add them as contact and talk to them and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just used it as a networking tool.
I saw some Ibanez's, and then I saw some Ibanez's that weren't on there. So I had to go. Sean was just like, "Yo, these aren't all the fucking Ibanez," because we did like a little stream with. I did a stream with Pierce Johnson, and he was just like, "Fuck this shit! I'm gonna go to the fucking real page." And he fucking went to this page. He's like, "All these fucking Ibanez. Look at all this shit that they fucking haven't released here. What the fuck is going on?" He was going in on fucking NAMM, dude. I was like, "This is why I love you, Sean." Damn it, dude. He's like. The guy's he's so dope. And he's like, well, I'm still gonna get all these goddamn contacts, and I hope this is not the fucking future. I was like, yeah, because if this is the future, I was like, we're never gonna get fucking Maris now.
No,
That's nice of you to say, Fruitcake Tony. Thank you. Nerds are cool though, so we all figured that out.
But
All the nerds
yeah,
are cool.
I'll never get Mari's if we never get back to fucking Anaheim, and I want that Mari's fucking lasagna so bad.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh yeah, that was very fun. That was
Now, what is going to be one of the top things you're going to miss from NAMM? At least, what'd you miss from this year?
Me?
Yeah, what was one of the top things you
Well,
missed?
just seeing everybody. You know, I've picked up a lot of friends through this whole internet guitar, mostly Van Halen type, you know, Ed Head unity that everybody, you know, there's definitely a thing going on,
Right,
in regards to Van Halen guitar on the
yeah,
internet.
there's a big thing going on with you guys. Like,
And you know, and
I like
I
me
guess,
Eddie
you know,
Van
Johnny
Halen,
Bean's
but
yeah, Johnny Bean's like the center
Hey,
point
Cora.
where everyone kind of, you know, met watching that show and in the chat on that show. And Johnny's in the chat on this show right now. I see him.
I know,
you
right?
He's responsible for creating a community where I know all these people. And the coolest thing about last year's NAMM and the one before that was the one before that, I was just getting Nerd Halen just to play, you know, together. And so, but I'd already been pubbing it as a thing that was happening when it wasn't. And people are like, wait, is there a band? And I'm like, yeah, trust me, there's a band. And I didn't have everybody yet. So it was a pretty interesting experience to do it that way, but very exciting and fun. And I recommend faking it till you make it with anything. So,
I mean,
yeah.
but fake it and make it, but fucking walk the walk and talk the talk at the same time.
You know, it became something. I mean, because everybody I told the idea to was like, yes, you know, their eyes lit up. So I really didn't have to look far for anybody that was interested. So,
hey, but you could walk
players at the Ultimate Jam Night, which I was becoming a part of, specifically to build this band, you know, to find the players for this band, because I'd had the idea for, you know, since 2017, probably, you know, mid 2017 or maybe a year before that even. And, you know, it just wasn't, you know, you got to make something like this your full-time push. And I just didn't have that in me. And finally, you know, there was an event where I was kind of turned down for a really nice gig. And then I kind of said, well, fuck you, I'll do this. And that's kind of what Nerd Halen was born out of. And, you know, I got to thank, you know, he's a big star. I got to thank Taylor Hawkins, because I drove him in my Uber, or it was a Lyft car. And, you know, by the end of the ride, you know, I thought I was going to play in his side band, his little cover band, Chevy Metal, which is an awesome cover band that he has. He's played with everybody, and they have a lot of guest performers that play, and Dave Grohl plays with them all the time. And, and they're great. And he, you know, he basically told me and took my number and told me that, you know, to be ready to play, because he asked me the first thing when I said I would do it, because they were looking for somebody. He said, can you play any Van Halen? And I was like, dude, that's all I do.
Yeah.
So when I showed him a video of me playing, he was like, wow, you're the whole deal, or whatever he said. And you know,
you're like, oh wait, you can really play Van Halen.
Yeah. But you know, what was crazy was, I think back then, this is May of 2017. If he'd called the following week and said, we got a gig this weekend, come play 20 songs.
No.
You know, let's go. I would have failed miserably, I think. And so what happened was, they had a guy who they just gotten into the band, and he wasn't a Van Halen specialist, but, you know, he's a really great player and he's a good dude. So I think they just kind of really dug him off the bat, so they weren't looking anymore for somebody. But I thought, you know, as the weeks and months went by, that the phone was still going to ring. So I went home day one and started learning all their sets, all these songs I never would have learned, you know, Rod Stewart songs, Rush songs, these things they play some pretty deep cuts, and I had to be ready. And then I was like, wait a minute, I know a bunch of these Van Halen songs, but what I should know, if they say, what if let's play this one? I gotta know that one.
Yeah, just know it. and stuff,
you know,
and be like, oh, okay.
I can't have them ever look at me and go, do you know this Van Halen song? And I go, no, that would be just total failure on my part, but impossible. Right. You can't know all 130 songs. So, or I mean, not I, but what that whole thing was, the phone, the cut to the chase, the phone never rang and I never got to play with Chevy Metal, but I became 10 times the guitar player I was when I drove him that night to the, the 8 or 9 months later when I finally caught up with him to say, hey dude, I was that guy in that Lyft car. You never called. And he goes, yeah, man, I'm sorry. We really, we're happy with Brent. And I was like, I figured. And he goes, but go do your thing, man. I'll come jam with you. And I'm sure he was not really being serious, but I went home just thinking, I'm going to go do my thing. And I had this thing in the back of my mind. So that was the moment I went home and started to get Nerd Halen together. And it took a long time, but I'm happy where it was, when everything stopped. I'm happy where it is now. I'm happy where I think it will go as soon as everything starts going again. And it's exciting because a lot of really cool things have happened because of it. And it's really, I just recommend to everyone out there to, if you do something in your life that's really close to your passion, at some point in your life, you'll always remember it because it's not work, it's all to get somewhere that you think you can go. And I always knew I wanted to play rock music on stage. I didn't think that this little gimmick playing that I could do would be the ticket to probably the best exposure I could have but it's amazing how it's worked out. I know there's a lot of guys who can play Van Halen better than me. And I know that I'm not in the competition game. I don't look around and go, I'm better than that guy, or that guy doesn't sound good or whatever. I know it's a very hard thing to do. I still suck at it, in my opinion, because I hear things that I'm doing that he doesn't do. But then a lot of times I never hear someone do it. So that's how amazing Eddie Van Halen is and was, is that, no one can ever get it perfect. And,
what it is it's his own style. You have your own style. It's like telling the drummer, hey, go play exactly like this other drummer. But no, they're gonna have their own little fucking
it's impossible. Set. It's always gonna come out
always.
But,
always.
But when I'm doing it, I'm trying to honor his style and obviously the band is a fun thing where we want people to laugh and have a good time. But I always wanted the music to be as close to the bone as possible, so that when people weren't looking, they'd have to turn their head because they knew that sounded like the band, and that was always the goal, was to kind of the look of our nerdyism would bring the expectation way down below the floor, and then the shit would kick in, and then we that alone is a great live show gimmick that anybody could do. It works because the 7-year-old mind is what we're going after all the time in show business. So why not?
Basically answered my question of what is Nerd Halen.
Look at these jokers. Like, what are they possibly going to do?
Dude, I was a 2-man band. There you go. I was a 2-man band, and they would look at us like, where's the rest of the band? And I'm like, guitar player, drummer. That's all I need right now. And I would I shit riffs. So it's like, Trey Xavier said it the other day. He said, what did I say? He said, it's all fat riffs. It's nothing. You're not trimming the fat over here. I was like, yeah, that's cool. At the same time, it was like, I come from a different cloth, whatever. So yeah, I know what you mean. You look like a nerd. You fucking play in front of people, and people get wild about it, and then they fucking start saying, "Hey, where can we find you next?" And I'm pretty sure that's where you got your stuff built.
Sorry, what that?
Yeah, I was saying they found you. They were like, "Hey, you play pretty good. Where can I see you next?
Who's they? Sorry.
Did you ever play any live shows like that, or was it like just kind of just all online shit?
No, we did about 10 shows out and around.
Jesus Christ, 10 shows and you're already on the goddamn list.
Southern California area.
You are amazing. That's how badass you guys are. Because you fucking.
That was only in a year, less than a year too. So.
Jeez. And you said it took a long time. You know, it's taking me a long time to fucking get strings for my own goddamn guitar. God damn, that's what's taking me a long time.
Well, it took a long time from idea to,
I guess, yeah, the idea. Hey, well, you know what? Hey, that guy that pushed you and you met him. I don't even know how you met him. How did that come to like at a show or what? You're like, I was that driver.
Oh, it was that band was going to play about a bowling alley in the valley, and and it sold out really quick. It was a really tiny venue, so I was in the area the day before, and I thought I would case the joint, and it turns out they were about to do sound check. So I was just a luck of the draw. I just ran into Taylor in the parking lot. So I told him I was that guitar player, and he was like, "Oh yeah." Because someone had asked,
how have you been?
It's like I was sending people like to talk to him about me, to remind him, and he kept the response was, yeah, they know about you, but they're they have a guy. So but what happened was, I don't think I would have ever done Nerd Halen, and I don't think I would have ever been back to my better than I was, because I used to play a lot more in my late teens, early 20s than I ever did in my 20s and 30s and 40s.
Okay.
It's only been in the last 5 years that I've started playing a lot more. And then 3 years ago when this happened, that's when I've really kind of used all the muscle that I had from years past and sort of drew on it. So
nice.
Well, I think Joe's asking you a question, Caleb. Have you ever played in Hollywood?
We've played mostly in Hollywood. We started at the Ultimate Jam Night at the Whiskey.
Oh, there you go.
We played a few, two songers at the Ultimate Jam Night as Nerd Halen, and then we played a show at the Whiskey on a Monday night with the Rubik's Cube, which is a great cover, 80s cover band, and also it was Fast Times was on that bill too, and that was a fun night. And then we've played just down the street at the Viper Room. We've played the House of Blues side room in Anaheim, which is a great venue there. Great, sounded amazing in there. And
we almost made it in.
We didn't need it.
The Federal Bar in North Hollywood. That was our first show in May of 2019. That was fun. And then we did like a backyard party, which was great. And then we played at the St. Rock in Hermosa Beach. We played there.
Yeah.
Nice.
We also played the Decades in Anaheim. Yeah.
Sounds like you had
we played the Gas Lamp in Long Beach. That was like 800 people. That was our biggest gig.
Nice.
That was a year ago. Last
JJ says seen at the House of Blues in Anaheim Hills.
We haven't played there yet. We played the House of Blues right at Disneyland.
Yeah, that's probably what he was talking about.
But yeah, nothing. These are just. It's hard to get gigs. You don't really get paid at all. Like, it's very small money, and just trying to get exposure and get good clips for your reels and stuff. The goal is to definitely have a regular monthly thing in Vegas. I think the band having a monthly thing in Vegas would be a great.
Yeah, a little residency.
Damn. It would, like a residency, would be really, really fun, and I think it could be like a thing people like to do because it's comedy too. So
that would be a cool thing with the whole Nerd Halen thing. I see that more being like a Vegas residency, or even a good place to maybe even start out. Try to go in Reno and stuff, the northern part of Nevada, just to start off in case you can't get into Vegas.
Yeah, because Hal's a stand-up comic, and we're definitely doing bits in the show, nerd bits, and nerd
bits.
trying to make people laugh, and ironically, I think that's why the band works.
Mm-hmm.
Is that with a lot of the regular tributes to Van Halen, everyone's doing the look and the sound and the stage look and the tights and the wigs, and but there's no laughs and there's no fun. You know what I mean? And that's kind of was the best thing about Van Halen, besides the music and just the spectacle of it, was that they were really fun people and were having a fun time, and it felt like it was off the rails, and they were drunk, or they just it was just there were no rules.
It was a party always.
It was it was a party, and welcome to it, and don't take us seriously, and
though we play badass music.
and then you rock, and that's whole focus.
That's the other thing. Every time I've seen you play guitar, you're having fun.
Oh,
you always got like one of the biggest smiles on your face.
Yeah.
You're always Or when we were watching, when we saw Larry Mitchell and stuff at NAMM and stuff. Oh man, you were so happy that night.
He's the best example of someone who's like in a bliss moment every time they're playing. He's in another dimension.
Love that dude.
We all stood there with our phones out, recording stuff.
It was fantastic. That was a life-changing night. That night was like a really, that whole NAMM experience was terrific too, just because. And that's when we started this with what do you miss most? I miss most the people that we were,
I'm not gonna lie right there. I've told the story many times. First time we went to NAMM, or the first time I went to NAMM, me and Alex just went to the bar, not trying to hang out with anybody, because we were like, whatever. I was like, dude, get a hold of everybody before NAMM. I was the one hype. I was like, get a hold of everybody, whatever. And he was like, I'll get a hold of him, whatever. I thought he did, because the first person that walks up to us is JJ, and he's like, hey, what are you guys doing? You drinking, or what do you say? What do you say? He goes, Garguts Entertainment, Alex Radford. And I turn around and I'm like, holy shit, it's JJ. Holy shit, there's Ben. Holy shit, where the fuck am I? And I realized,
where am I?
I was just like in a fucking vortex of YouTubers. Like, God damn it, dude. This is all connections, all homies. I mean, we've been like in their chats. It was a welcoming crowd for us.
Yeah.
For us being the newer guys then.
I mean, it's fun.
Well, I was the newer guy. Alex wasn't.
The internet's fun, but it's nice to see everybody in the flesh and have a real experience,
How many years have you been going to NAMM, Caleb?
What's that?
How many years have you gone to NAMM?
Oh, God. I think the first one I went to was probably like 1985.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit. In Austin, huh?
Okay.
No, it was,
so you're
definitely in Anaheim.
Yeah,
it was in Austin?
It was in Anaheim.
I've known the longest. Okay. Anaheim. Yeah.
I could have sworn they had some in Austin, like in 90.
Well, maybe the summer NAMM, but the winter NAMM in January has always been at the.
Yeah, it's always been at Anaheim.
At Anaheim.
Damn. I'm not gonna lie. If NAMM's not gonna work next year, they should just move it to Texas or Florida.
You might be thinking of what is the giant computer one that's in Vegas usually? CES.
C3 CES.
Yeah, CES. That might have been used. I think that used to be in Texas stuff before they moved it to Vegas.
I think NAMM should be in Vegas.
That would be interesting.
Would be ridiculous.
I think that would be fantastic.
I'd lose. I need more money then if I'm going.
That would be a party, because that's the thing about like where NAMM is. It's you have the convention center there, and then you have Disneyland, and then it's just residence for like most of the rest.
Yeah, it was summer NAMM. Sorry.
Yeah. So
who else agrees that NAMM should be in Vegas from now on?
Yeah, if NAMM was in Vegas at the Vegas Convention Center, that's like heart of Vegas, like right next to the Strip and stuff. So you have so many options for people to play at. You have the convention center. Like, oh, there's options there. There's so many good things.
It's just too much trouble to get into. It's just too good.
Too much money to spend, or not enough money to spend.
So, have you been to the Summer NAMM?
So is that?
Have you been to Summer NAMM?
No, I've never been to Summer NAMM.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was gonna because I wanna check out the Nashville Summer NAMM, even though I know it's smaller.
I've always been lucky that I knew someone that worked in a music store, so I could get a badge, and it was in Los Angeles or the area. Mm-hmm. You know,
I guess apparently if you own a recording studio, it works too.
It's like 45 miles from where I live, so it's like an hour to drive, and it kind of sucks. It's a long day to drive there and back, and then back in the morning. If I go 2 or 3 days, it can be the drive could be a bit much.
Anaheim.
So, another reason why I would lobby for NAMM in Vegas. NAMM in Vegas.
Now it's because so when you go to NAMM, you go back home after when you're done.
Yeah, I sleep at home, and usually, yeah. There was one night this last year that I slept, I think, down there at a friend's hotel room because it was
right there.
It was right there. It was late. I was there late, and I knew I was going to come back the next morning very early if I could ever come back that day. So I was sleeping.
Late night drinking.
It's
very
fun,
late night. It's so
fun
much
to
fun.
see people you haven't seen in years, and
you just start talking to them, and next thing you know, it's 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and you're like, oh well.
Seriously, man, I spent talking to.
And Joe's like, NAMM and Area 51. Yeah, that's what we need.
Sounds good.
NAMM and Area 51. That sounds like some fun.
Aliens.
So, we know that you're rocking on the microcube and stuff like that for playing right now, but what is the gear that you're usually rocking on stage, or maybe your other bedroom gear that you might rock?
What's my gear?
Yeah, what's the gear you usually like to play on stage a lot and stuff, we know you got the microcube. So what's some of the other home uses, like home?
Well, home usually I play through my my computer and my garage band. I have a plug-in called Guitar Rig 5. I get asked this question all the time. People are constantly asking what amp I'm using. Is that a Friedman? You know, all my videos from my room here that I've done, it's all through the computer. There's no amp. It's all a plug-in, and it's just a custom setting I built that, you know, it's in there, and it's nothing special. It's just something I do, and but that's what I'm using for all the computer stuff and all the videos I do that I put on social media. And then live, I have the 50-watt EL34 combo. It's not a combo, actually. It's a head and a 212. And I run that.
I love that.
I made a video on my on the Nerd Halen YouTube that is a whole rig rundown thing that I did, so you can see how I use it, because I use a voltage box too, a Huniac from Burke Hun to take me down to 90 volts. That's helps me chase the tone a little better, and I have a whole pedal board. You can see that in the video too, because there's a lot to that, and then I have a bunch of guitars and. You know, I got this from EVH last summer, and I'm getting another one of the new 5150 series stealth black ones. I'm getting.
Ooh, nice.
In a few months, so hopefully that'll come soon. And we'll see. You know, it's cool. They let me use cabinets for gigs and for music videos. Like I can use dummy cabinets.
Oh, nice.
Locally here, so I can just run and get like 4 cabinets and then put that behind me at a show. And
now you put all those 4 cabinets and you run one signal to it.
No, they don't even have speakers, so I would just set those up as a
the dummy
backline.
cabinets.
The dummy cabs. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'd have my rig off on the side or something, use it as a side fill or something.
Oh, okay.
And
It's a little,
you know, that would work better that way. So,
see, that's what a lot of times, like I feel like the times of having a wall of amps is kind of over, but I still want to do it myself. And I don't know if it's feasible now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I can't ever see myself buying real, like 10 real cabinets. You know, I can't ever see myself doing that because I have no place to put them. And you know, it just, I'd rather put up like a piece of like tarp that had picture of it on there, you know, something as easy as that than to actually invest in all that. And
you have like just a picture, 4K picture or something.
You know, when we do fly dates or hopefully shows where we have to fly in and then fly home, you know, I'm not going to bring my rig at all. I'm gonna hopefully have like one of those head rush pedal boards that I can put in a backpack and I can just use that. But I wanted to do this thing where, you know, I could use one of those little mini EVH amps and I could put it on a stool behind me on the stage and just put a mic up to it, a fake microphone to it. Like that's where all the sound's coming from, that little EVH, you know, battery operated thing.
Halface just said video screens of cabs.
Yes. A video screen of cabs. Yes. You can change that video screen to whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
or you can
good,
oh my gosh.
Just get a bunch of cardboard boxes and like draw speakers in them or whatever.
It's the best way to
and then have your real little your real rig in the back and that'll fool them.
Yeah.
So,
we'll see. Hopefully there'll be lots of possibilities, and you know, if Nerd Halen can tour and you know, play a bunch of shows in a string, it would be so much fun. God, never thought I'd ever be doing anything like that at this age. So, you know,
hey man, never too late. That's all.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying. I'm still looking to do stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping it's never too late. So I see people still doing shit. You know, when you're a musician, you never fucking stop, dude. I mean, there's a lifespan for definitely other stuff that you can get, like basketball, football, whatever. Lifespan, you can only do it for so long. Musician for life. Like you can fucking be in the grave, probably just fucking still jamming. That's why fucking Dimebag's got the original Bumblebee in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna say, so for a band that, like for you, Caleb, for one of your shows and stuff like that, what's one of the hardest things that you find that you have to do during a show?
Oh man, well. I guess because I'm kind of anal about the whole package of what we're offering, and it's kind of my vision. So I'm kind of telling people what I expect from them and hoping they deliver. So I've learned that during the show, I think during the first 2 or 3 shows, I was very concentrated on what they were doing, whether they were doing it right. And I would say now, after that, having that experience, that's really the wrong way to do it. If you want yourself to sound anywhere good enough, right? Because I think I could hear in my playing that I was really concerned about what other people were doing. So I think when it comes to showtime, you just give it your all and not worry about what other people are doing. And even if they're playing like shit, you just try to make up for it. In any way you can. That's show business, because it's not going to be everybody's night all the time in any kind of performance based job that someone has. Some nights you're going to really come through and connect with your instrument, and you're going to be like, wow, that was a lot of fun and that was easy. And then there's nights where you're like, I'm having a real hard time putting this together. And it's nerve wracking because it's a live performance, which is nerve wracking enough for anybody that's done it or tried it or does it for a living. Everyone still has their moment that they have to go through, which is stepping on stage and delivering. And so I would say I'm just trying to be more in my moment when we're playing, when we actually get up on stage. Hopefully we've all done what we needed to do to get to that moment, so I don't have to worry and say, because, it's like anything when it's your baby and you're not, you're always hoping everyone else is going to deliver their most to make it their baby too. I think that still is yet to come. I mean, that can happen, and I think it will, because I can see us playing some great events and shows where everyone's kind of taken aback by the performance and what they're seeing and having that moment. And I can see that in my mind when I think about, wow, what if the band played some festival in Europe, nobody knew who we are, but they knew those songs, and they knew what a joke was. And just to have that, and I think that moment's still out there, and for it to be like a possibility for myself at this stage. I have a couple kids, and I'm kind of an older fella, and but I love playing guitar, and I love.
Good thing for rock is you don't have to be young or old. You just gotta fucking have it in your heart.
No, and I'm getting this kind of respect from people that I never expected to ever even know me. Bringing up my name in certain circles, and
I mean, dude, I mean, to have you over here, it's quite an honor, man. We fucking
it's crazy.
Been watching you for a minute, like before you got on the EVH level. Can you guide like tell us how that all went down?
Well, I knew every act, every guy who's in a band that has some sort of notoriety or thinks they do has the opportunity to get an endorsement or some sort of artist agreement with a company or companies. And I knew what I was doing had some potential for that, and I would have been fine with getting Ernie's guitars from Detroit, and Bubba's amps in Alabama or something. Like that would have been cool, because that would have been like me saying, yeah, I have a company that believes in me, and I would have been fine with that. And I maybe would have got some free gear. Like, what do we all want from an endorsement?
You're not wrong.
Yes,
not wrong.
You're not wrong, because we all want the same thing.
Right. You want stuff, and you want. There's somewhat of some. It's really a sign of respect when you can get a company to think that much of your product that they want to give you something for it. To be given this instrument from EVH and to be put on their artist roster, and you asked how'd that happen. This is how it happened. I told you just now I would have been fine with any company, but when you're getting it going, you're like, well, why don't we just try ask the top who you want if they're interested, because we might as well. What if you went with somebody else and they said, hey, you never asked us,
right?
Because you never thought it was possible.
Yeah.
I had some friends who knew some guys at EVH, and my name was brought up and the product was brought up, and I think it was relayed to me that they were interested and thought it was funny, and and it just was left at that. And then at NAMM that last year, I met the artist relations guy for Fender, EVH, Charvel, and Jackson. I think I can say his name. It's Mike Tempesta. And Mike, I was introduced to him by Jason McNamara, who
Oh yeah.
We know
was
Jason.
a good dude who really liked the Nerd Halen thing early on and thought it was a great idea, and has been a great help in getting us some people
Jason's
to see
so
us
nice.
who would have never looked at us. So thank you, Jason. And Jason, talked to Tempesta about it, and then Mike said to email him next week, after NAMM, the NAMM cloud cleared or whatever. And so I sent him an email with a little pitch, and then next thing I knew, he was like, okay, what kind of endorsement were you thinking of? And it's not an endorsement with EVH because they don't endorse anybody, because that means they would have to pay people. They give instruments, they give discounts, and they put you on their roster. You can say you use their products, then they can say they use their products, and that's pretty much how it works. So it was surreal to be offered that and to take it. And
I feel like you were offered that at NAMM?
A couple 2 or 3 weeks later.
Oh, whoa, that's fucking.
It took a few weeks through some emails before it was actually offered, but they were interested at NAMM. So
this past NAMM, right?
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Well, last year, yeah.
Oh, wow.
The actual in-person one.
Oh, okay.
So we're hitting the 1 hour mark, and I know that Caleb here is going to be having to go off to work here soon. I got one more question for him and stuff. I don't know if Garguts has got any more, and if there's any more people in the chat, get your questions out right now. Make them quick.
Yeah, I'll answer a
like
bunch
that.
of questions. I got a few more minutes.
Rapid fire.
But I got a quick question. Is there any gear that you're looking forward to that's come out this year or has come out in the late last year?
Well, those headphones by Boss, the ones where you could hear and like the amp in a part of the room.
the Waza Craft.
Yeah, I wanted to try
room.
those. I didn't get a chance to try those. It looks like a really cool
They're
thing.
headphones that you could there's an amp in the other room. Wait. Or
It
is
makes you
the
think
ones
that the amp's in the room just by the way you turn your head.
Yeah, those are the Boss Waza Craft Airs, yeah.
Yeah,
Stuff
it does something with a swivels or whatever, swerve.
Yes.
Whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Is there any gear? I don't know. I love new guitars. There's not a lot of fundage to go scoop them up. I see a lot that I like. There's some guitars I gave away or sold a few years ago that I wish I'd never done that and want to somehow just make a right of that. Right. But obviously, when you dump an Ernie Ball EVH and then all this shit happens, there's no way I'm getting one of those guitars again unless I pay probably more than double what I sold it for. So it's gonna hurt. If that ever happens. But I do want that guitar back badly. So, but there's
quite a few things.
There's quite a few things I'd like. I don't know. I think I definitely.
It's a very broad.
There's
question.
so many things. That's the thing. There's so many things that come out. And there's so many things that have come out that you want, and I'm nowhere near having what I want, but I have some good shit, so I should be thankful.
I'm right in that's where I'm feeling and stuff. All right, Joe is asking, what's Eddie's Van Halen's slowest song?
Slowest song?
Yeah.
Well, it's not that rap song that just fucking ran by me right now. God damn, you heard that shit?
Yeah, I did.
Is it like Love Walks In or something?
I don't know. No, I don't think. I think he's asking you what the right answer is because.
Yeah, he's asking you, so I don't even.
So it's like, what do you think that you played so far it's like, hey, it's kind of like a laid back, lazy song that I can like play regular, but it's probably a slower song. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, but like if it's a lazy song, you'd think of something like Secrets or something, even though that's not an easy song to play. It's easy because it's all about his timing.
What was that like? What was that timing on there?
Song. I was thinking about tempo, and I was like, "What is this slowest song?" And I thought of "Love Walks In" just because it's a very lagging kind of beat. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's a
Johnny with the Little Dreamer though.
That's a tough question right there.
Johnny chiming in with the Little Dreamer though.
Little Dreamer.
Little Dreamer. Yeah. Maybe.
That's pretty slow. Yeah, you're right.
I think he. I mean, I'm trying to think of another slow one, but
Women in Love, slow. I don't know.
No, I'm trying to think about the timing now, more than like you said, the timing, because the other one was like what is it, like a 5/7 timing? I don't know. I got to look at that up, but.
And Michael Smith still wishes he still had his Ernie Vol EVH.
Oh no! Why did you get rid of it?
So if anybody out there's got any more questions for Caleb, Mr. Nerd Halen out here, I mean, I've gotten through all of my questions.
Anything else?
Is that guitar like your mainstay, baby? Because I know you have other ones behind you.
God, I guess it kind of is. And I didn't expect that. I was hoping when they sent me this that it would be decent enough to use for Nerd Halen for like live stuff, because I have some really good customs I've built. So when the deal was made and I knew I was getting this guitar, I kind of said like, yeah, I'll use it as my number one for the band. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what if it sucks? But it's fucking awesome, and I think everyone has said that who's gotten theirs. There's something very special about that.
Like a good fucking.
It's just really shaped well and kind of reminiscent of something from the early '80s, late '70s.
What number you got?
What's that?
What number is your guitar?
It's number 2. What's it? No, 182.
Holy shit, 182! Wow,
182.
I have not heard anybody in the 180s or nothing in the ones at least. What the?
Michael Smith says that neck is killer. But Bent Tom said Ice Cream Man and Little Dreamer are both around 90 BPM, and Halface, the jam at the end of Women and Children is slow.
That one? Yeah.
And Tom says Cabo Wabo, 86 BPM.
Damn. Do I need some fucking tequila now?
Bringing the Van Hagar out. Bringing the Van Hagar out.
Yeah. Cabo Wabo shots all night. I'll do that. Van Hagar.
Tequila.
Cool.
I'll bring those guys. Hagars.
Yeah, I think that should be the very end of it. Thank you, Caleb, for hopping on, man.
Dude, thanks for having me, guys. It's nice to be here.
Very awesome to have you.
You're welcome next time, dude. We're going to start at season 2 very soon, and it's going to be a whole new fucking... I'm guessing a whole new format sometimes, because we want to fucking mix it up sometimes.
No, it's good to have this stuff. We all get to stay connected. So...
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to do season 2 yet. I don't know.
We're going to do season 2 a little different.
We have one more definite episode, and we have one in I got to figure that one out.
I feel like this is like intros to all the fucking the people we've met, and season 2, if you're able to come back anytime, I mean, we might have a little fun.
Oh yeah.
And, definitely we can chop it up with some shreddy licks and see if we can keep up with you.
What was I doing? That's my favorite lick right now. It's what solo is this from?
It's from.
I know I've definitely heard it before, but
It's definitely not Eddie Van Halen. I was just saying. Fuck. Am I drawing a blank to a 1974 album? Great. That's an 8. 82. 3.
I'll play the whole thing. Okay. Oops.
Yes.
Johnny and Fruitcake, so this is love.
Yep. There you go.
There you go.
And I was gonna say it's definitely not Pretty Women. No. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that's the hard. When I fucking heard that riff when I was a kid, I was like, I can't wait till I hear a metal band play this. And I was like, wait a minute, this band is metal. No, because the original one was so.
I know.
But then for you. Yes. Woman. Mercy. God damn it.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
All right, boys.
Anthony Roberts.
All right, Caleb.
All right. Caleb, you do what you got to do, brother. And we're glad you came through.
Thanks so much. Thanks. It's good to see all my dudes in the chat.
The cheat. So subscribe to Caleb if you haven't. You got your links out there?
Yep, his link should be right down in the description down below.
Nerd Halen and
down below.
Caleb Rapoport, and
yep,
definitely subscribe to the Nerd Halen YouTube. Get those new subscribers. We're actually moving really fast on TikTok, which is crazy. So.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Hey.
I got heard good things about moving fast. Heard about that, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I'm just so scared of fucking downloading TikTok because I'm just not tech savvy.
Right.
But all right, dude. You
okay, boys.
You do what you gotta do, brother, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Peace out, brother. All right, that was a fucking fun show. Fun show, dude.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna hop on out of here, stuff like that. Sorry, Gargets, I'm gonna have to remove you.
Do what you gotta do, brother. Do what you gotta do.
Not in a bad way. Just I'm gonna try a new way to close this and stuff. So he's gone. Oh my god, where did he go? Oh my god. No, I'm just kidding. So thank you guys for all stopping by. I hope you guys had a great time of you guys. I hope you guys had a great Sunday afternoon for you. I know I did. Caleb was an awesome dude. I want to thank everybody that stopped by. Michael Smith, JJ's House of Jam, Fruitcake Tony. Hey, chat security for Nerd Halen, man. Hey, man, we found someone said that there was a tomato in the mosh pit, man. I don't know what happened there. You know, I think you need to go help out. Johnny Bean, you're awesome, man. Cora, thanks for stopping by. Garguts, I see you back in the chat. Fiercey Fierce, I see you in there. Janice was here. Bent Tom. Oh, man, we had a bunch of people. Howface was here at one point. Oh, yeah. We got lots of people that came up. Joe 4771 or 47771. That was it. Pete Hickson was here. Stuff. Oh, yeah, we had a whole bunch of the crew here. So thank you guys all for stopping by. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your time.